Have you ever laid awake at night, replaying a moment from your past over and over, wishing you could just go back and do it differently? That feeling, that heavy weight in your chest, that's regret. And for the longest time, I carried a regret so big it felt like it defined me. Today, I'm going to share that story with you. Not for sympathy, but because what I learned from my biggest mistake fundamentally changed my life. And I believe it can change yours too. It all started back in college. I was ambitious, driven, and frankly, a little arrogant. I had this laser focus on my career goals. My best friend, let's call him Alex, was the complete opposite. He was a free spirit, an artist, always reminding me to look up from my textbooks and actually live. We were inseparable, the classic yin and yang. He was the one who'd drag me out for a late-night adventure when I was buried in books, the one who'd make me laugh so hard my sides hurt after a brutal exam. During our final year, an incredible internship opportunity came up. It was my dream company, the one I had plastered all over my vision board. The catch? It was halfway across the country and started immediately, meaning I'd miss our last summer together, our graduation ceremony, everything. Alex was crushed. He begged me to reconsider, to just wait a few months. "It's our last chance to be young and dumb together," he'd say. But I was blinded by ambition. I saw his pleas as a distraction, a threat to my carefully laid plans. I remember our last conversation so clearly. It was a heated argument over the phone. I told him he didn't understand, that this was my future. He said I was choosing a job over our friendship. In my frustration, I said something I can never take back. I told him that maybe my future didn't have room for people who couldn't keep up. The line went silent. I was too proud to call back. I packed my bags and left the next day. I told myself it was for the best, that he'd understand eventually. The internship was everything I'd hoped for professionally. I worked hard, I impressed the right people, and I got the job offer. I had made it. But a strange emptiness started to creep in. I'd reach for my phone to tell Alex some good news or a funny story, and then remember. My calls went to voicemail, my texts went unanswered. I'd see photos of our friends celebrating graduation, and my heart would ache. I was achieving my dream, but I was doing it completely alone. About a year later, I got a call from a mutual friend. Alex had been in a serious car accident. My world stopped. I flew back home immediately, my mind a chaotic storm of guilt and fear. I rushed to the hospital, and when I saw him lying there, connected to all those machines, the full weight of my regret crashed down on me. All my professional achievements felt like dust. They couldn't help him. They couldn't turn back time. They couldn't fix the selfish, arrogant words I'd thrown at my best friend. Thankfully, after a long and difficult recovery, Alex pulled through. But our friendship was never quite the same. The easy trust, the shared laughter, it was all fractured. We were polite, we were civil, but the magic was gone. And I had no one to blame but myself. That experience became my life's most painful, but also most powerful, teacher. It forced me to confront a harsh truth. Success without connection is just a decorated form of loneliness. I had been so busy climbing the ladder that I forgot to check if it was leaning against the right wall. And this brings me to the first major lesson I learned. Prioritize people over prizes. Achievements are fleeting, promotions come and go. But the bonds you build with people, the genuine, heartfelt connections, that's the real stuff of life. We are social creatures. We are not meant to navigate this world alone. When you're on your deathbed, you won't be wishing you'd spent one more hour at the office. You'll be thinking about the people you love, the hands you held, and the laughter you shared. Don't wait for a crisis to realize that. Make time for your friends and family now. Answer their calls. Show up for them. Let them know they matter more than any deadline or goal. The second lesson was the power of humility and the courage to apologize. My pride cost me a year of friendship. I was so afraid of admitting I was wrong that I let the silence stretch into a chasm. Saying, "I'm sorry," is one of the hardest things to do, but it's also one of the most liberating. It doesn't erase what happened, but it opens the door to healing. A real apology isn't just words. It's a change in behavior. It's showing the person you've hurt that you understand the pain you caused and that you're committed to not repeating it. Don't let your ego be the tombstone of your relationships. Swallow your pride. Make the call. Send the text. An ounce of humility is worth a pound of regret. Finally, and this is the most important lesson, I learned that regret, when you look at it the right way, is not a life sentence. It's a compass. That painful feeling is your heart telling you that you've strayed from your own values. It's a signal pointing you back toward the person you want to be. For years, I let my regret define me as a bad friend, but eventually, I realized I had a choice. I could let it keep me stuck in the past, or I could use it as fuel to become a better person in the present. So, I started to change. I became the friend who always shows up. I make a conscious effort to listen more than I talk. I celebrate my friends' successes as loudly as my own. I learned to be vulnerable. My relationship with Alex has slowly mended over the years. It's different, scarred by the past, but it's real, and it's built on a new foundation of honesty and mutual respect. My regret didn't disappear, but it transformed. It's no longer a heavy weight. It's a quiet reminder. A reminder to be kind, to be present, and to cherish the people who make this journey worthwhile. So, if you're carrying a heavy regret right now, please hear this. You cannot change the past, but you don't have to be a prisoner to it. Look at it, feel it, and then ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Let it be your guide. Let it reshape your priorities. Let it make you a more compassionate, more connected, more authentic version of yourself. Your past mistakes do not have to define your future unless you let them. You have the power, starting right now, to write a new chapter. Thank you so much for letting me share this very personal story with you today. It wasn't easy, but I hope my experience can offer some perspective or comfort to anyone struggling with their own regrets. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more content about learning, growing, and living a more intentional life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What has regret taught you? Let's continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.